everybody, welcome back to another video on the channel of Mr. Loons, and today I am rebuilding Forest Green Rovers. Last season they finished in last place in League 1, and at the moment, 12 games into the season, as recording of this, they are sitting rock bottom of League 2 with only 7 points in 12 games. So I'm here to rebuild Forest Green Rovers, to get them back into League 1, to get them all the way up, to try and win everything, the Premier League, the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, the Champions League being the main one. You know how it goes. There are going to be two main rules, is that every season I'm only allowed to sign a maximum of 2 free agents, so I don't make it seriously free agents FC, and I have to keep the signings realistic. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Here he is, the new manager, Mr. Loons, taking over Forest Green Rovers. The first thing I'm going to do is set my tactical vision, how we're going to play. I am going to use the tick-attacker, so we're going to be possession-based football, and I have brought one coach for every single position: attack, midfield, defence, and goalkeeping. I don't think we have enough budget to make signings and have loads of coaches in every position. And well, after signing those 4 coaches, we have spent £637 on those coaches, which leaves us with 2 million in the bank. For an EFL League 2 side, 2 million is still enough to get through the League 2 season, but we have to account for contracts. I mean, look at it. Loads of players are on 1-year contracts all across the globe here. Most of them I am wanting to renew contracts, but older players like Matty Taylor, I'm probably wanting to put on the transfer list, after he's going to plummet in overall. And well, after renewing all the contracts that I want to renew, we are still sitting on around 2 million, which means we currently spent £790,000 on renewing contracts and bringing in 4 coaches. And let's check out the squad. I am going to go for a 4-3-3 attack formation, purely because it's my favourite. And obviously Troy Deeney, man, he's gone down in the world. He was in the Premier League for Watford, and now he's at Forest Green in League 2. I'm surprised to see him in this starting 11. I'm seriously surprised. He's only got 39 pace. He is 35. I am going to keep him because he's a player quite well known, but he's probably going to be our main striker. Overall, this side doesn't look bad at all. Overall, I don't see us making many signings. The only signings I really want to make is a goalkeeper signing, because look at it, he is 35, so he's probably going to go down in overall. And on the bench, we got some good talents: Morton, Stevens, Holland. It looks really good already. All we need to do is get in a goalkeeper, maybe strengthen that central midfielder position slightly, but other than that, I think we can go and win the league. And well, the board wants us to gain automatic promotion, and I think that's very doable. It's very doable to finish in 3rd in League 2 with this Forest Green side. And what I am going to do is loan out a bunch of players that aren't going to get into starting 11, that aren't going to get any game time. So I'm loaning them out to get some game time elsewhere, which means it's now time to look for transfers. Overall, Jamal Blackman, former Exeter City player. You know what? He's not going to go down on overall. He's 29 years of age. He's already won rating better than Daniels. I think it's perfect. It's in our budget, and I'm going to go in for Jamal Blackman. And for £400,000, we are signing Jamal Blackman, the former Exeter City player, is joining Forest Green Rovers in League 2. And what I have decided to do is to change Charlie McCann from a CDM to a central attacking midfielder, and he's gone up 5 ratings. It's like we've just signed a whole nother player. And look at that, Benson has joined the club. 64 rated 23-year-old for £650,000. And with those 2 signings, we only have £450,000 current budget. And our transfer deadline day is here. And well, after all the transfers we've made a total of 2 transfers. We've brought in Benson for £650,000 from Barnsley, Blackman from Burton Albion for £400,000, and overall, this is what the side's looking like. You know what? This is a fantastic side. Everyone in the starting 11 is 63 rated or higher. Surely we're going to absolutely destroy League 2. And we are here, halfway through the season, and look at that, Jamal Blackman, clean sheet leader, 11 clean sheets in 23 games. That is one positive, which probably means we are doing well in the league. And yes, we are. We're in 2nd, 5 points away from Wrexham, 15 goal difference, but we are only just behind them. You know what? We're going to have to go for that title. And in the Carabao Cup round 1, we lost 4-1 to Sunderland. In the FA Cup, we lost in the replay on penalties against Crawley Town after getting back-to-back 2-2 draws. So let's simulate to the end of the season to see if we can win the title against Wrexham. And yes, we are at the end of the season. Let's see how we got on. And I'm going to press LB. Oh no! We finished second against Wrexham. 4 points away from Wrexham. Oh dear, it's heartbreaks. But to be honest, we do get promoted to EFL League One in the first season. Already promoted is fantastic. And our top goal scorer is Jordan Garrick. Gets the top goal scorer. 16 goals, 5 assists. Troy Deeney just behind him. Absolutely fantastic. But as you can see, he's gone down 4 overalls. And he's actually retiring at the end of the season. GG's, he's had a great season here. 14 goals, 2 assists. Fantastic. Reece Brown, 13 goals and 10 assists. That is superb. McAllister, 11 goals, 6 assists. You know, these stats are absolutely fantastic. And well, after season 1, the top goal scorer of Forest Green Rovers is Jordan Garrick with 16 goals. And there are 2 top assisters with 10 assists. Josh Benson and Reece Brown are the top assisters. It's time to move on to season 2. And here's the squad in season 2. As you can see, a few players have left the club because they're returning back to their original team from loan, and Troy Dean is also retired. And going into season 2, I am looking for a centre-back, central midfielder and striker. And we have £5 million to spend going into the season, and that is good. That is very good. Nathan Holland and Jamie Robson, which are fantastic players, both want to leave the club. They've got 11 months on their contract. They both want to leave the club. And well, Jeremy Blasco from Free Agents is joining the club. The 25-year-old Frenchman is joining Forest Green Rovers to try and get us promoted. And straight away, that is strengthening the defence massively going into League One. And for the central midfielder position, for £1.2 million, we have picked up Owen Moxon from Carlisle United to try and help us get promoted up to the EFL Championship. And well, Nathan Holland, that didn't want this to happen, is going, I'm not even going to pronounce that club's name, for £870,000. Same goes to Jamie Robson, going for £640,000. And well, Darnell Johnson's leaving the club for £350,000. Now Johnson is gone, he was a backup player, it's time to find a replacement and strengthen that centre-back position even more. And what I am doing is loaning loads of our players on 12-month loans so they can actually get game time and try and improve elsewhere, because they're definitely not going to get into our starting 11. For the striker position, Colby Bishop looks like a great option. 70 overall, not going to go down in overall because he's 27, and his value is in our budget. And for £1.35 million, we are bringing in Colby Bishop from Portsmouth. Moving on swiftly, we are bringing in Marcos Contreras from Free Agents, the young 17-year-old Argentinian. And he's actually 66 overall, so he's going to be competing with Lavernier. Going into this season, there's one trophy I really want to win, and that's the Papa's John's Trophy. It could be our last chance if we get promoted. And Bakayoko is leaving the club for £580,000. And well, after all those signings we have made so far, which is fantastic, I still feel like I want a centre-back. And we have got £3 million to spend on this centre-back. And well, our first game of League One, how can it go? It's a 2-1 win. Bishop gets his debut goal. And for the centre-back choice, I'm looking at Mambo Diaby from Sheffield Wednesday. And well, for £1.2 million, we have brought on Diaby from Sheffield Wednesday. And the board want us to fight for a promotion, which means we have to finish in the top 6 to try and get a playoff spot. You know what? I think that's doable. And this is the side after all the transfers. Those are all the transfers I want to do throughout the whole season. I don't really want to make any transfers in January, but this is the squad. Let's see what this side can do halfway through the season as we simulate to January. And look at this player, 34 overall. It said he had 68 to 92 potential, but he's only 34 overall. He's gone up 19 overalls, changing from a centre-back to a right winger. And we're halfway through the season. Wrexham are in the relegation zone, and we are 11th. We're only 8 points away from 6th place. I feel like it is still doable. I feel like the final stretch, we can definitely get into playoffs at the end of the season. But halfway through, we are currently in 11th. And Wrexham are in the relegation zone. And well, let's simulate to the end of the season to see if we can finish in that 6th place spot. And well, we do come to the end of the season. Wrexham just about survive after they were in the relegation zone halfway through the season. But the main thing, have we gotten promoted?
Nope.
No, we haven't. Oh dear. We're in 13th position. That is not good. What happened? We were 10 points away from playoffs. I was expecting promotion. And we lose to Sunderland in the Carabao Cup, like last season, 3-2. And we lost 5-1 to Reading in the FA Cup. And in round 2, we lost 1-0 to Walsall in the Papas Johns Trophy. I really need to win that next season. And let's have a look at the stats. Bishop got 19 goals, which is very good. Garrick again performing absolutely fantastic. 12 goals, 6 assists. Superb from him. Look at the growth from all the players. Look how many 70 plus raters we have. Blasco 72, Bishop 72, 70, 70, 70. It's fantastic. How do we not get promoted? And Jordan Garrick does maintain the top goal scorer at the club with 28 goals. And Benson is still on top of system with 16 assists at the end of season 2. So let's get into season 3 and hopefully we can batter League 1. And going into season 3, we actually only have £3 million to spend. McAllister is only 67 rated. I think it's time to say we need to strengthen the right winger position. And Maurice Brown has submitted a transfer request. And with 11 months left in his contract, I don't want him to go out on a free at the end of the season, so I am going to sadly have to let him go. And we are bringing in James Bagilzi from free agents. Because Reece Brown's going, we are bringing in a backup central midfielder. And Maurice Brown is officially leaving the club for £950,000 to go over to Watford. And well, I am signing Bruno Lourenco from free agents into the sign to that right winger position. And well, Jacob Maddox is leaving the club for £850,000. So the objective for this season is to gain automatic promotion. I want to do one better and not just get automatic promotion. I want to win the title. And I want to win the Papas Johns Trophy. And well, this is the starting 11 going into season 3. We've only made 2 signings, and that's Bruno Lourenco in right wing from free agents, and a backup central midfielder, James Balgisi. He's only 21, so we could definitely grow and get into that starting 11 very soon. So let's simulate to January, halfway through the season. And Sean Robertson has left the club for £374,000. And look at that, we are a 3-star side. There is no excuse of getting promoted to the EFL Championship. And well, we have hit the halfway point of the season, and we are 9th place. Okay, to be honest, we are only 3 points away from 6th position, which ain't bad. It's better than last season slightly. And we've also got a game in hand on a lot of teams. But I don't see us winning the title or gaining automatic promotion. It's going to be very hard to hit those spots. I'm just aiming for a playoff spot. Well, let's simulate to the end of the season to see if we can hit that playoff spot. And we are here at the end of the season, and we are not in the bottom half. That is good. We're not in mid-table. We have reached the playoffs. We are in 4th. We've reached the playoffs. That's absolutely fantastic. We didn't win the league, unfortunately. Huddersfield won by a mile, but we are in the playoffs. And we are facing Portsmouth in the first leg. And how can we do in the first leg? It's a 0-0 draw. All up for grabs in the second leg. And for the second leg against Portsmouth, what can we do? We win it! 2-1, and it takes us to the playoff final of EFL League 1 in Season 3. Bishop and Dabo with the goals. And we are in the playoff final against Wigan Athletic at Wembley Stadium. And kick-off begins here at Wembley Stadium in the playoff final. And what started off terrible from a cross into the box. 1-0 to Wigan Athletic. We soon respond with Bishop doing the tick-attack and lays it off to Benson, and it's 1-1. And while Bishop runs into the penalty box, lays it off to McCann, and McCann finesses it home. But we hadn't won the game yet. Humphreys lays it off to Asgard, and Asgard puts it in the back of the net, and we respond with Benson getting another goal. Then we score again with Benson getting himself his hat-trick. And well, we weren't done there. We top it off with another goal, a 5th goal of the game. It is Jenks the substitute to put it in the back of the net. And well, that is full time, which means we're lifting the trophy. It's Jeremy Blasco, the 74 rated captain, the highest rated of the team, lifting off the trophy. And well, look at our side. So much growth all across everywhere. Almost every player other than Jamal Blackman, our goalkeeper, is 70 overall or higher. It's absolutely fantastic from everyone. And top goal scorer was Colby Bishop with 25 goals, and he also got 4 assists. Benson, 12 goals, 11 assists. He's absolutely fantastic. And our new right winger silent Bruno Lourenco from free agents also had a fantastic season. Another great season from Jordan Garrick as well. And we did not win the Papas Johns Trophy. We got group stage, which is our worst out of all the 3 seasons. Well, what a signing Colby Bishop's been, because he is top goal scorer so far with a total of 44 goals in this rebuild so far. Benson maintains top assister with 27 assists on his names. Absolutely fantastic. And after 3 seasons of the Forest Green Rovers rebuild, we currently have 1 trophy in the bank. So without further ado, let's get into Season 4. And we're going into Season 4, we have £8 million current budget, and that's the most we've had in any season. Going into Season 4, I think I'm going to have to strengthen the goalkeeper position because Jamal Blackman is the lowest rated in our team. And well, Harvey Bunker is going for £650,000. And we are signing Aaron from free agents. The Spanish goalkeeper, aged 27, is coming to the club. And well, look at that, he's 8 ratings better than Jamal Blackman. What an upgrade in the goalkeeping position. And we are signing Humphreys Grant from free agents, our last free agent signing of the season. The centre-back, 73 overall. And we are selling Ryan Innes for £760,000. And for £2.55 million plus Bernard, our backup right-back, we are bringing in Callum Britton from Blackburn Rovers into the right-back position. Oh, Charlie McCann wants to leave the club. I thought he was going to be here for a lot of the rebuild, but it looks like we are going to have to sell him. So that does mean Charlie McCann's leaving the club for £2.25 million. And for £3 million, we're bringing in Mehedi Leris from Stoke City into that left winger position. Well, I'm going to have to sign one more player. It's going to have to be in the central midfielder position because the objective says I need to sign a midfielder. And well, there's so many players I want to keep, but for some reason, Mambo Diaby wants to leave the club. And well, after McCann's left, I've changed Balgisi to a central attacking midfielder, and he has gone up 3 overalls. So it means we don't have to sign a central attacking midfielder. And well, sadly, Mambo Diaby is leaving the club for £1.5 million. He hasn't been here long. For some reason, he did not like it at the club. And for £1.6 million, I'm bringing in Ben Wills from Huddersfield Town into the central midfielder position. Board want us to finish in mid-table, and I think that's very doable after all the signings we've made this season. And after all the transfers I've made in this summer transfer window, this is what the side is currently looking like. It's looking really, really good. Every player is 70 overall or higher in the starting 11, and we have our first goal in Aaron in goal. I think this team can definitely finish in mid-table. Let's see it halfway through the season to see if we can actually withstand the championship. And we are halfway through the championship season, 23 games in, and look at that, we are not in the bottom half whatsoever. A really good positive, but where are we? We're in the playoffs at the moment. We're in 5th place, absolutely killing it so far. But can we maintain this 5th place position at the end of the season? Well, let's simulate to see if we can maintain this progress and try and get promoted to the Premier League. And well, I have simulated to the end of the season. Let's see where we are. It's a good start. Can we? Yes, we're in the playoffs, and we are facing Norwich City in the semi-finals. How can the first leg go? It's a 1-1 draw. Balgisi with the goal late on. And in the second round, can we do it? We do! It's a 3-1 win. And we're through to the playoff final in the EFL Championship. And well, we are facing Wolverhampton Wanderers in the playoff final. And we start off magnificently with Balgisi getting himself a cheeky little goal. Then 25 minutes later, Lloris is down the left flank, plays it into Bishop, and Bishop slots it home. It's not all over yet as Jeremy Blasco concedes a penalty. And can Aaron save it? No, he dives the wrong way. And Wolves are back in the game. And Lloris passes it into Balgisi. Balgisi turns, finishes his beans, absolutely exquisite football, and full time we managed to hold off and win the game 3-1. And that does mean we are promoted to the Premier League, and Jeremy Blasco is picking up the trophy, and we do win the Championship playoff final. And well, we are now a Premier League side, which is absolutely fantastic. And look at this side, it's brilliant. Look at how much the players have grown. Fantastic performance from everyone. Loads of growth. We've got a lot of work to do next season in the Premier League. Stats-wise, Colby Bishop is top goal scorer again with 23 goals and 2 assists. And oh my god, Mehedi Leris has 23 assists this season and 12 goals. And while Colby Bishop remains top goal scorer with now 67 goals scored in this rebuild. And Josh Benson's just about maintaining the top assister in this rebuild with currently 32 assists. And we do now have 2 trophies, 2 playoff finals, League 1 playoff final and a Championship playoff final. Let's get into Season 5. And well, we have £29 million to spend, which is our biggest budget so far. And for my transfer targets, I'm looking for a couple of central midfielders, a left back, and a right winger, and possibly even a centre-back, because we've actually only got 2 centre-backs. And for £5 million, I'm bringing in Jason Knight from Bristol City, the 75 overall central midfielder, aged 26. And we are signing Amid Diallo from free agents a 24-year-old right winger. And oh my god, I didn't realise how high rated he was. He's 81 rated at age 24. What a free agent signing. And what I am doing is clearing out a lot of the dead wood at the club. And it's going to be players that have submitted a transfer request, players that are constantly on loans every season, that is now finally leaving the club. And it's going to bring us a lot of money to spend in this transfer window so we can try and stay up in the Premier League. And for free agents, we are bringing in Justin Alacon to the club, the central midfielder, age 25. Oh, and he's 78 rated. I didn't know his rating, but that's a great rating for us. And Jack Wizakomi for £10 million, our record signing, is joining Forest Green Rovers. And for £2.5 million, we are bringing in Mads Joe Anderson from Luton Town. And well, after the transfer window, this is what the side's looking like. And everyone in the starting 11 is 75 rated or higher. And I think the transfer window's gone very successfully overall. The biggest signing being Diallo from free agents, 81 rated, our highest rated. I feel like this side could just about stay up. And the board says we have to avoid relegation, and I think this is very doable. And while I've signed everyone I want to sign, let's see how this squad can do halfway through the season. And we have arrived halfway through the season. And where are we? We are 17th. We're not in the relegation zone, but we are just 1 point away, and we've got the worst goal difference in the whole Premier League with minus 17 goal difference. And you know what? I'm very happy with a 17th place finish halfway through the season. It means we are still in contention to staying up in the Premier League. That's all I want to do. I don't care how. All I want to do is survive. And sadly, Owen Moxon has left the club to go to Fenerbahce on a free. I didn't even know this was happening, but he's left the club. We are now a 4-star side, which is very, very good for a Premier League side. And well, let's simulate to the end of the season to see if we can survive the mighty Premier League. And we've made it to the end of the Premier League season. Let's see, are we still in the Premier League? We are by 5 points against Burnley. We did have the worst goal difference and the worst defence, but I do not care how we survive. All I wanted to do is survive. And next season, we've got a lot of work to do if we want to actually establish ourselves as a Premier League side. And looking at our side, it looks like there's been a bit of growth here and there. Well, top goal scorer is Colby Bishop once again with 12 goals, 3 assists. Then it was our huge signing, Amad Diallo, with 8 goals, 3 assists. And Leonard, one of our youth academy players which returned from loan, got himself a cheeky 6 goals, 2 assists. And on the round 2 of the Carabao Cup, we got knocked out against Bristol Rovers on penalties. And in round 4 of the FA Cup, we absolutely got battered by Chelsea, 4 goals to 0. And while Colby Bishop does maintain his top goal scorer in this rebuild with 79 goals, and Josh Benson somehow still maintains top assister just about with 35 assists. And at the end of Season 5, we have not obtained any more trophies, so we maintain with just our 2 trophies. So let's move on to Season 6. And well, I am wanting to strengthen this centre-back position going into Season 6, because Humphreys Grant is the worst rated player in the whole of the starting 11. And we only have £21 million to spend in Season 6. That's less than last season. And well, a couple of seasons ago, Adam Garner was a 34 rated youth academy. Now he's a 67 rated. He's gone up 35 overalls in just a couple of seasons. Some great growth. And well, I feel like I want to get in a new backup goalkeeper. Jamal Blackman's 34 years of age and he is aging. And Matthew Stevens, which has been our backup striker throughout the whole rebuild. I think it's time to say we need to replace him because he is only 67 rated for a backup striker. For £11 million plus Teddy Jenks, our backup central attacking midfielder, we are bringing in Daniel Ballard, the 28-year-old centre-back from Sunderland. And Dominguez is leaving the club for £2.4 million. And sadly, Jamal Blackman is leaving the club for £300,000. And Matthew Stevens is leaving the club for £1 million, our backup striker. And from free agents, I'm bringing in Stephen Alzate, the 29-year-old central midfielder. And while Callum Cairns is leaving the club for £1.5 million. And while sadly Ben Wills is going to be leaving the club for £2.65 million going over to Luton Town. And after all that, we have £14 million in the bank. And I'm still wanting to sign a backup striker, a backup goalkeeper, and another central midfielder. And we are bringing in Boyce Clark for £1.3 million from Blackpool, the backup goalkeeper, aged 25. And from free agents, we are bringing in a backup striker, Ordorno, the young 23-year-old. And for £10.1 million, we are signing Christensen from the Bundesliga into that central midfielder position. And this is what the starting 11 is looking like after the summer transfer window. Every player is 76 overall or higher in the side. And we have bolstered the centre-back position by bringing in Ballard, 80 rated. We've also bolstered the central midfielder position by bringing in Christensen from the Bundesliga, 78 rated. But overall, I am disappointed how this transfer window has gone. I feel like we could have improved it more, but we only had £21 million to spend, which was £8 million less than last season. We just don't have the money to improve the side anymore. So I feel like it's going to be another relegation battle. But the board wants us to finish in mid-table. It's going to be a big ask to finish in mid-table. But we're going to have to find out whether we are coping in the Premier League for a second season as we simulate to January, halfway through the season. And we have made it to the halfway point in the second season in the Premier League. And how are we doing? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We are in 18th position. We are still in contention to actually staying up. I knew we didn't make enough improvements because we didn't have enough money at the end of it. But it's going to be a struggle to stay up. The board want us to finish in mid-table. You know what? We're only 3 points away from Everton, so not too far off of mid-table. We could still hit mid-table. Hopefully we do. We do not have enough money to sign any players in January, so we're going to have to simulate to the end of the season to see if we can survive the Premier League and hopefully push up to mid-table. And we made it to the end of the season, and top left, my manager rating evidently is terrible. I could be sacked. But if we go over the standings, oh my god. On a skin of our teeth, we have made it out by a point against West Brom. It was actually a worse season than last season by a point. We just about survive again. Back-to-back 17th places, only just about surviving the Premier League. I'm hoping next season they back us up with more money than 21 million because we need it. We need to improve the side massively. We want to start competing for some European silverware or just trophies overall. And well, this is what the side's looking like at the end of the season, and Bishop has gone down in overall, unfortunately, and we do have a lot of old players like Bishop. Diallo's now 84 rated, a great rating. As you can see, loads of faces are very unhappy and we are not in a good situation. A lot of signings are going to have to come in soon. And at the end of Season 6, it is Colby Bishop with top goal scorer with 14 goals, 1 assist. I mean, he keeps it up no matter what. Whatever rating is, he keeps it up. And Diallo, 13 goals, 6 assists. I mean, a fantastic player, isn't he? 84 rated, the highest rated. And Mahedi Lloris has 7 goals, 11 assists. He's absolutely killing it in the Premier League. At the end of the season, the top goal scorer is still Colby Bishop with 93 goals at the end of Season 6. And while the top assist is no longer Josh Benson, it is Mohamed Lloris with 49 assists. And at the end of Season 6, we still only have 2 trophies gained. And while before Season 7, I was not expecting this to happen. Top left, my manager rating evidently is terrible. I could be sacked. And this was not what I was expecting. And sadly, the rebuild's going to have to end early. We did not win the Champions League. We did manage to get Forest Green from League 2 to the Premier League and survive them 2 back-to-back seasons, but I am sacked. I shouldn't have been sacked. I don't know why. I literally got them from League 2 to the Premier League. I did so much, put so much effort into this. So yes, we did not get to the Champions League. We did not win any major trophies. But we got Forest Green from League 2 to the Premier League. That's the best I could do. I suppose you could call this rebuild a fail. But in a way, we did rebuild them by getting them from League 2 to the Premier League. This did take me around 20 hours to edit, make, record. So it would be much appreciated if you can like and subscribe. And always remember to turn on notifications so you miss one of my fantastic YouTube videos. I'll see you next time. Toodle pip now.